Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It has been quite a long time since the last podcast. Been really busy getting into some other stuff, but all things aside, I hope you are doing fantastic, and I'm glad you could join me today. Got a great show for you. Thank you to everyone who has been supportive and also reading and getting a lot from the articles that I've been posting on Backstage. It's just been really, really cool to be able to make a difference in people's lives around the world. So I thank you for that. I thank you for your support and your continued support. And once again, thank you for joining me here today. So we're going to talk about following your heart at all costs and what that means to you when you decide to make that decision. And basically what it comes down to is you are saying yes to your happiness. You are saying yes to your joy. You are saying yes to your fulfillment. You are saying yes to your abundance. Okay? And all that stuff, every single area of your life, including your career, is elevated to a level where you can continually be happy, be excited, be challenged about what you're doing. Because the truth of the matter is, you can't go wrong if you're truly following what your heart wants. Now, the only way we can get in trouble with this is if we decide that we want to make other people's dreams come true and not our own. And this can happen a lot of times when you're used to people telling you what to do. You're used to people telling you what you have to put first as a priority. But, what would our lives look like if we took the time to meditate and truly meditate on what is out there for us, what is available to us, what the universe wants to give to us, and what the universe wants to manifest in our lives? See, the thing is, we always have to remember that we are vibrational. We are divine in the sense that we're infinite and things are always trying to express themselves through us. And that can be a book, that can be a new character, a new role, that can be a script, that can be podcast, whatever it may be. If we truly connect to what's divine inside of us and take a moment to go within deeply and once again meditate. Meditating is so important. Only if you can get 10 to 15, 20 minutes a day, do that, because when you can go inward, what you start to do is get rid of the stuff that doesn't serve you. And as long as you're getting rid of stuff that doesn't serve you, you are allowing yourself to move forward in the very best way possible, the highest way possible. So we live in an infinite universe, right? And there's no way of truly knowing what is right, what is wrong, what is up, what is down, what is left is right, what is good, what is bad, whatever it is. There's no way of us knowing unless we decide to connect with our souls, we decide to connect with our heart, and we follow it relentlessly. If we can do that, if we can take the time every day to follow that, to ask our soul, what is it that you desire? What is it that you want the most? And follow that lead when it comes up, when it manifests itself into our lives, happiness, there will be an unending and unlimited amount for you to have when you decide to make this a daily routine. And I got a great story for you about following your heart. So if you read an article a couple months ago actually, on Backstage, you saw how my journey from Louisiana to California got me where I am today, and all it came down to was basically following my heart. And it was tough at first, because here's the thing. Your heart and soul will tell you things that other people think are sometimes ridiculous. It doesn't make sense to everybody else. But the great thing is, it doesn't have to make sense to everybody else. It only has to make sense to you. And if it makes sense to you, then you know that you're on the right track. So when I was getting ready to make this move, I had nothing. I had nothing other than my truck and a few, loads of clothing and some other things. All I had was my inner resources to believe and to understand that I could go somewhere else and be successful. I could make a new life for myself. And 6 years later, 7 years later, it has turned out absolutely wonderful. I'm continuing to grow into my purpose and continuing to share the things that I have inside that I feel like can help you guys. And I look forward to doing that every single day. And I have all these wonderful things, but more importantly, what I learned from that experience is the title of this podcast that we're talking about right now. And that is, you have to follow your heart. I tell you, when I was getting ready to make that huge move, probably one of the biggest moves, biggest decisions of my life, I had about 10 people tell me, why are you going to LA? That makes no sense. Like, I don't get there's 66 movies filming here in Louisiana and you're moving to LA? Like, that makes no sense. But I knew that there was something greater. My compass, my inner soul compass was leading me out west, and I had to make a decision. Was I going to listen to everyone who was telling me that I needed to stay and I needed to be here in order to be successful, or was I going to follow the divine within myself? See, like I said, a lot of times things will not make sense to other people, but they will make sense to you, and you just have to embrace that. You have to follow that lead. You have to make sure that you are in a great position to open yourself up to all that is out there for you. And you can only do that. I sound like a broken record. You can only do that by following your heart and soul. And it's important to be heart-centered. It's important to be in a space to where you are receptive to the signs that God and the universe are giving you. Because if you truly are, you will find yourself in the best possible position to not only succeed, but to also find fulfillment and to also grow. So, once again, don't let anything stand in your way. Don't let anybody stand in your way. Move closer to those people who understand what it is you have to do, and link yourself up to people who are like-minded. Because when you do that, you'll find that you're on the right track, and that's all that counts, okay? So I know a lot of actors out there are experiencing tough times. You're experiencing probably more rejection than you are booking. You're experiencing a lot more unfortunate circumstances than you are fortunate. And so let's just get to the bottom line. If acting or whatever you're in is truly in your heart and you truly feel like it's for you, you can have gone through about 650 rejections or 6,000 rejections. I don't care. Continue to follow, because you know what's going to happen. By the time everybody gives up on you and everybody says that you're a fool for keeping on and doing it, something is going to open itself up to you. Something really, really fantastic is going to open itself up to you, and it's going to make such a huge difference in your life, and you will be successful because of, yep, you guessed it. You followed your heart and you stuck with it. The easy thing to do is quit. And I've been there before. I've given up before, and then I started to realize, you know what? Man, I don't want to do anything else but this. The greatest thing for me is to be able to wake up and be able to do podcasts, be able to shoot inspirational videos, be able to go on set and perform and bring a character to life and inspire people with my performance, to be able to have the resources to travel. If all of that is missing, I'm not following my heart. I'm not being true to myself. I'm not being able to say that I'm right where I need to be. So if that's the case, then I got to figure out, okay, how do I get back into that space? How do I get back on track of being honest with myself and truthful to my soul by following what matters the most? Okay? And it all starts with meditation. Once again, 10, 15, 20 minutes a day, more if you can. Just sit, breathe, go within, ignore the thoughts, but feel what feels good. Feel your spirit. Allow the presence of God to come in and just flood your spirit, flood your soul, and just help you to feel gratitude, help you to feel at peace, help you to feel excited about all the things you have in your life right now, and just continue to move forward with that. You are truly special in every sense of the word. You are truly wonderful, and you have to see this every time you look in the mirror. You know, we did a mirror exercise where we once were standing in the mirror every day for 3 minutes and saying how much we love ourselves, how much we love everything about us. And, you know, it doesn't matter if you hadn't booked anything. You're still a superstar. It doesn't matter if agents aren't knocking down your door. That thing will come. But the thing that has to change first is the inner state. The inner state. Your inner peace, your inner calm, your inner joy and happiness about who you are at this moment today. That is what will make the difference, and that is what will bring to your life all the things that you truly desire, because you are worthy. And the reason I know you are worthy is because you're here. And there's a part of you that's divine, that's infinite, that is open, that is waiting for you to latch on to that soul compass and move in a direction that's going to bring not only endless success, but endless happiness, endless joy, endless fulfillment in your career. You're going to have all the things you could have ever wanted, but more importantly, you're going to be happy inside, and that is what counts the most. So with that being said, guys, to close it out, follow your heart. Follow your heart. Find out what that means to you. Find out what that means on a higher level. You know, when I wake up every day, I ask, what does my heart want? And immediately it might say to write. So I take out my notebook and I start writing. You know, that's how I did those articles on Backstage. You know, that's how I actually got the opportunity to write and now shoot videos for Backstage. Like, what does my heart want today? What does my heart want at this moment? And it lets me know. And then it shows me the map that I need to take in order to make it come to pass, because it's almost like a GPS when you decide that you're going to follow this. It will guide you one step at a time. It won't give you everything, but it will guide you one step at a time, and it will show you what's important, what's special, what you truly desire, and it will take you there without hesitation. All you got to do is latch on to it. Don't get distracted, but just really focus on what you're desiring and what's going to speak most to your spirit. And you can't go wrong, guys. You cannot go wrong. Thank you so much for joining me today on the Actors Area. You guys are terrific. Once again, thank you for your support. Thank you for your love. Really, really greatly appreciate you. Can't say that enough. And I will catch you next time. Thanks so much, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.